All right. Dovetail a day. Day 2. Let's do it.
Day 2 in the bag. Gotta be honest, I already feel like I'm winning a little bit. 2 videos in 2 days? Shoo, bud, I'm on a roll. I don't know how anybody else's brain works, but in mine, guilt is always there. I feel a sense of guilt that is attached to every decision I make. Sometimes I haven't even made the decision. Sometimes it's long after I've made the decision. Guilt shows up. I'll let you behind the curtain a little bit and explain if you don't share this same lovely way of thinking. I'm pulling out of my driveway, I'm headed to a job. I think to myself, hey Joel, let's grab a cup of coffee. As I'm thinking that, guilt starts to pull itself right in there. Why do you need coffee? Why do you need to spend the money? You already had some coffee at home. All these ideas, all these thoughts of that guilt, and this is just a cup of coffee. And that goes with everything I do in my life. I have guilt about the car that I drive. Could be more efficient, could be a truck, could be more suited for picking stuff up. It's there. Guilt. Did I do the laundry today? Should I have done more? Should I do more? There's always this feeling of doing more. And right now, as I talk about this, I'm feeling a little tinge of guilt. Why am I talking about guilt? Nobody wants to hear you talk about fear and guilt. Talk about something positive. Well, I don't think I'm going to. I kind of signed on that this is what I need to do for me. I picture it in my head kind of like I'm pulling the weeds before I plant a garden. I don't want to plant a garden in a messy patch of nasty weeds. I want it to be a nice clean area, something where when it grows, it looks good. And that's kind of what talking about this stuff like fear and guilt, that's what it is for me. It's cleaning up the mess that's in my head. Okay, are you still with me? Or is none of this making any sense at all? My point is just that just like in these early dovetails, I need to start ugly, real. Get that out of the way so I can allow room and a place for it to grow, for me to grow, for it to get better. Speaking of dovetails, these early ones, they're painful. I feel like I'm all thumbs. I can't remember how to hold my square. I don't remember the right angle. I can't even remember if I do tails or pins first. If you don't know what tails and pins are, that's the 2 components that make up a dovetail. Tails are the wider part that flare out, that kind of, well, they look like a dovetail. And then the pins are the intersecting part. That's the 2 parts that compose the joint. This actually seems like a perfect time for me to back up and give you a little bit of a history sesh. I went to a woodworking school, a really high-end woodworking school in Boston, and I actually used to be really, really good at dovetails. And that's kind of what spawned this whole idea. I had a job a little while ago, and I was cutting dovetails, and I was just so bad at cutting the dovetails. And I thought to myself, how am I going to get myself better at something I used to be so good at and something that's so fundamental? Dovetails are kind of a call sign of a good woodworker. So I thought to myself, I need to do them every day. The idea of doing dovetails every day, limiting myself to just that, mixed with content creation, something else that I wanted to do, mixed with the idea that this was going to help me grow as a person, seemed like it was all the pieces finally fitting together. Kind of like a dovetail, if that makes any sense. So here I am, talking about dovetails, talking about guilt, talking about fear, and trying to show you what'll happen if I just keep sticking to it. And don't get me wrong, already making 2 videos, trying to figure out the editing and all this stuff, it's already been hard. But I'm getting a little sense of accomplishment out of it, because the more I do, the harder it becomes. The more I work through it because I've committed myself to it, the more I show that I really, really want to do this. I'm going to be honest. This whole thing, it's kind of really all for me. I don't think anybody's really going to watch this. If you do, again, just like I said in the last one, thank you so much. But this is for me to prove to myself that I can grow as a person and hopefully get better at something that I used to be good at. I'm hoping that it brings some joy to you. I'm hoping that wrapping it up here close to the end, you're liking this. Again, tell me what you think. I doubt that you probably made it this far. If anybody ever made it this far, I really applaud you. Thanks so much. And I hope I see you on the next one. Day 3, maybe I'll change some, maybe it'll be the same. I don't know. But thanks so much for showing up. Leave me a like or a comment or something like that. Let me know what's happening. I really appreciate it. Thanks and have a great day.